Hey guys, so let's open up our newest packs for Warhammer Imperium. As I told you guys last time, we're going to be getting packs 52 through 55. And what's cool about this specific set is actually, I believe in two of the packs is where you get like one half of this model and the other half of this of the model, which is the Triarch Stalker. So this is going to be one of our bigger, kind of bulkier vehicles for the Necrons, and as you can see there, clearly that was all half the piece to build in. And I actually have, if I write about this, this is the other half of it here with the segment pieces. I like that they broke it up because it is a big model. I mean, you could have tried to squeeze it in there, but you run the risk of damaging the product if you run it in like that. So I mean, that's pretty useful that the packaging was done that way, and like they send it here and there really wasn't any damage to any of these smaller pieces. The Necrons as an army, they have so many tiny little like arms, and then they have flailing, techno, clothing and stuff. So all that stuff breaks. Like if you guys want to take a look at one of my previous models, and I broke him myself, it wasn't a problem with the packaging, but like even these little like, I guess the adornments on his headdress, these little things here snapped off on the bottom on the left one. And so like, and even like tendrils here, that's always the bigger risk you run with Warhammer models that have a lot of detail. If they have detail of small pieces, they crack or break off very easily. Like the Gilliman model has the same problem when it comes to the torches behind him. So, that's one of the risks that you run. Now, let's open up issue 52 and we'll get started on going through each of these. And we'll take a look at see what we got in the issue as far as lore. And of course, I'll address which ones come with any additional information. I'm not sure if this pack, 52, is going to have the color painting scheme, or it'll be the next pack after that that finishes off the Triarch Stalker. Now, of course, I showed you guys already the spruce. This is the first half of the model. It looks like this is mostly the body of it. And when we look over to see what our HQ pages are, which I have them here, we also get another battle record for us to make a character profile for this unit. In addition to that, we have a little bit of background information and another picture of that unit, which is pretty cool. I don't really put this in the same category as the lore. I just put it in there with the HQ information, or in most cases the cover pages. So I consider it to be just the cover pages, the black pages. So I just put that in the front of my binder. I keep them in numerical order though. Now when we look at what lore pages we got two interesting ones. We got another faction for the Imperium, which is going to be looks like a night house regarding the Questor Imperialis. It's pretty interesting information. Really nice. Again, once again, more beautiful cover art of warfare and just how devastating these giant titans of war can be. Including, oh, this is cool, an armory list regarding some of the weapons they have. I do actually think there's more melee weapons now, but this specific faction appears to not use any other weapons. And I will say these are pretty intimidating to look at. And then we have some more lore information for the Necrons in regards to the Triarch, and some more beautiful cover picture art here. Look at that. That is so cool. Alright, so that's issue 52 when it comes to the two biggest things that I like to keep track of, which is their lore and the HQ pages. Honestly, the rest this doesn't come with is the how to build guide, and then of course some rules and references. And you may also get the painting tutorial in there, or a mission pack, which is not too excessive. Oh, actually we got something new in this pack. So you did get some command tokens that you can be using. I'm not quite sure who would really use these. I guess for beginners you could totally use this. I know most people would just like go to like Etsy or something to get their own version of command tokens. A lot of people really like having, custom gear, but if you're still new to it, it's a great way to start out to get, to get free command tokens. And then of course, don't forget to go through the build guide when you're building this model. Let's move on to the next issue, issue 53. I believe it's the driver, including a lot of his seat and some of the exhaust ports and the guns and the weaponry. So it looks like it might be, oh, it's actually not the driver. It looks like it's going to be some framing around the body and the weaponry. So this piece we're going to put aside, and we're going to pull out. We're going to pull out to take a look at our lore pages in this one. Oh, okay, cool. We got another one of those foldable lore pages that unfolds, and it's actually all related to the, it appears to be the Eldari. So let's see. Oh wow! Let's see. In these are my favorite because these have some of the best cover art. I mean, just take a look at that. The warfare that they got going on there regarding when they fell to Slanesh, the fracture. What an incredible little piece of lore to get. And it does actually show you the Yindrid or the Yanid. I believe these are the leaders of each of the main factions for the craft worlds, if I'm not mistaken. But hopefully somebody who knows more about the Eldari can correct me. Alright, and that's actually pretty sweet. What other lore did we get in here? We've got another HQ page just showing off the front of this, which has its own cool little cover art. Them fighting the Necrons in the craft world. Ancient enemies of the old ones, you know. Both of them. One created by the old ones, one created to destroy the old ones, or one was always fighting the old ones. So they've always been at each other's throats from the very get-go. Alright, so this has some more information about Vigilus and some of the... Oh, okay, this is really cool. Look at that. I've actually never seen that before. Have you guys seen the spinning planets like that, where they do stations that way? Man, it would be a difficult thing to try to make an animation of this stuff because you'd have to do so much scenic design. It looks like issue 53 came with a lot more lore than anything else. So you have on here some more information about the Adeptus Sororitas, including some more information about the specific vehicles that they use, because they do take like different versions of the Rhino with more additional chest station weaponry, I suppose, because I think there's one where like the guy's just basically visible on the top. Yeah, the immolator. Yeah, the one with the flames. The flamer, pretty much. It just has a chair on top, which is like the sickest way to ride into battle. Okay, cool. And then this one seems to be on more chaos, which is pretty interesting. Slaughter of the Rift. Interesting. Castellans of the Rift. I'm not actually sure if they are... Okay, they are successors of the Ultramarines. Wow. They're just murdering that Space Marine. Can never really gauge how strong a Space Marine is until the story tells you that they never die, and the new one tells you that they do die very quickly. So it's very strange. Some more information about one of the Ordos of the Adeptus Sororitas. Now on here you do get the how to paint guide for the Triarch, which is super useful for me because I have no idea how to paint these, and it's so helpful to go just follow along the pictures, and you can get a really good looking model without having to put in too much stress or effort, and then you can continue to build your skills from there. That's going to be it for issue 53, and we're going to move on to issue 54. Naturally, it comes with the Adeptus Sororitas team. I'm not quite sure. It looks like it's just a mixture of different units for that, so you can round out your squads. It comes with the bases and their flight stands, so we're going to set that aside, and we're going to go through our lore pages, because that's really the biggest thing that I get excited about. It's just always trying to see... No, there's no lore pages in issue 54. Lame. Dumb and lame. Oh well. Well, there is still some more information about how you can make up names for your character, a generator on the bottom, and of course they do always still include some cool pictures, but we already had that picture, so this is lame. Now the rest of the pack for issue 54 just comes with the how to build, how to paint, and a set of stratagems and a mission, like always. So we're going to move on from this one. It was a pretty short one, and we'll go to the last page. We'll go to the last one, which is issue 55. So it's more power couplings, which I like this one more than just the standard buildings, but only for the dumbest reason, which is that you can pull out the little power cells and use them. And like honestly, what I'll probably do eventually is kit bash one of these little power cells in from here and just give it to one of my units because it looks cool when they're carrying it. But I mean, it's scenery. It's useful to have for terrain, especially if you're setting up your own board. My ultimate plan one day is to build the Palace of Terra, or at least one section of the wall, because you know how hard it would be to build. That would be insane. But you do need a lot of scenery for that, and so they would definitely help to keep a lot of pipes and mechanical pieces. So we look at the HQ pages again, and I like this cover art more. I think that is a Dark Angel fighting a Death Guard. I want to say that's a Dark Angel. I can't really see his pauldron. He really strikes me that he does look like that. He might be an Iron Hand, actually. No, I'm getting a better look from the corner. It looks like he's an Iron Hand fighting him, which would track because he has a mechanical eye. There is some more information about battle record here and keeping track of that. It does actually have a little bit of lore here regarding the hive worlds. Yep, sure enough. And then you get our first lore page. It's a faction page for the Iron Hands, the Sons of the Beheaded. I'm sorry, the Sons of Ferrus Manus. No offense to my Iron Hands brothers. I know you guys feel bad that he's dead and he's never coming back. R.I.P. Ferrus Manus. You get some more information about the Ecclesiarchy, including cool little tidbits of what it looks like to live in this universe as a regular person, constantly seeing cybernetic monstrosities walking around preaching about a god emperor. And we also get some cool information about some of the cults, different types of units that they carry around. Be cool to see more of these be made as individual character models. And you get another how to build guide for the terrain. However, I will tell you the terrain is relatively simple to build, so it shouldn't be that difficult. I'll be honest. And then you do get a cool little painting guide, which does offer a variety here. I like when they offer different colors, bringing out blues and reds and stuff, because, you know, obviously it really takes away from the grim derpiness of everything, and I love that. All right, and then lastly is you get another set of Adeptus Mechanicus stratagems that you can use for your Skitaris that you got earlier on in the previous editions, which is useful to know because now you can use this instead of having to invest in buying in their lore book. And then we get our teaser of the next two upcoming editions, which will be edition 56 and edition 57, and you'll also get 58 and 59 in that pack, but we won't know what's going to come in those until we get the next edition later on. What's really cool though is I just read this book for Nemesis regarding the Assassins, and it looks like they're the little featurettes on here, so I'm hoping that we get some lore for them in the next edition. And we'll get some lore hopefully about the Living Saint in edition 57. We are going to get a new model here, just so you guys know that I'm not a fake fan and I do paint models. This is what I'm working on right now. This is a Death Guard unit that I've taken an interest in coloring a lot of because I did get one of the new paints, Screamer Pink, I believe, which is just doing a fantastic job of painting this, you know, warp infected flesh that I've really been interested in doing. And I love it when you get a new paint and it just opens up a whole new world of possibility of models for you. One of the models I did finish recently was this one right here. This is my Lord of Contagion. If you want to see better pictures of him, I did have some linked down to my Lemon 8, which is a new app that they have out, and I will be making a TikTok hopefully about him soon, and I probably will also try to post on my Instagram. So guys, if you want to give me a follow, the more support I get, the more I can keep doing information stuff, you know, just trying to spread as much information as I can about the hobby in the hopes that one day we garner enough support and attention to get the Horus Heresy show. That's the dream, baby. We keep that going until they make the show, whether they do it animation or live action. As long as it gets made, I want to see something brought to life. So let's get that movement, that support. If you guys like this kind of content, give me a like, a follow, comment something about what you want to see me talk about. I'm more than willing to broaden my avenues and do some research on new factions. I love Warhammer and I love to talk about it I'll catch you guys. See you later.